I've always found the sea more mystical than the moon. It's just one of the quirks of my life. I grew up reading Clive Cussler, stories about undersea exploration, stories about maritime adventures, and it's left in me this kind of awe for the sea. And probably one of the greatest, if not arguably the greatest explorer of the sea from the watch point of view is the DOXA sub. Now, as I walked past DOXA today, I could not help but go inside and ask to learn more about the new collection. The brand is 130 years old this year, and I've come out of it with just a lot to say and a lot to talk about. I'm going to limit it to 3 things though. The first thing you should know about DOXA is it was founded in 1889, and over the course of the next 100 and however many years, it was a celebrated and feted watchmaker with lots of awards for pocket watches. It was a very notable Swiss watchmaking brand. Point number 2. The game somewhat changed in 1967 when DOXA, at a time when there was a bit of a space race for dive watches, invented the sub, 1967. Now this watch very quickly, on the wrist of people like Jacques Cousteau, gained notoriety against some big heavy hitters. We had Omega, we had Rolex, we had DOXA, really duking it out for supremacy under the water. Now, Jacques Cousteau wore this watch as much as any of his others, and potentially even more, and his family, the Cousteau name, became associated with DOXA. His son, Fabien, in a recent exploration under the sea for 31 days submerged, had a DOXA watch on the entire time, and DOXA was associated with that mission. And also, it appeared in popular culture. Matthew McConaughey wore one in Sahara. It has popped up here and there. The Shark Hunter has a cult around it, just on its own as a model. And fittingly, the third thing you need to know is that the watches that DOXA has released to celebrate their 130-year anniversary are awesome. The first one is the 42mm DOXA Sub 200. Now this is the ultimate diver for real use or for desk diving, which is what I'll be doing with it when I get mine. It has a heavy, solid beads of rice bracelet. It has a box glass sapphire crystal, not Hesselite like it was back in the day, and it has this lovely popping orange hand. The best thing about this watch is the price, and limited to only 130 pieces. Shut up and take my money. There is a standard sub 200 model coming out, which is even more accessible than that. And look, I just couldn't think of a better value first watch than that. And it has a whole lot of stories you can tell around it. You can sit at the pub, have 6 pints with someone, regale them with Jacques Cousteau, regale them with Clive Cussler, or just ask them to go swimming with you. So you can hold their breath longer. The talking piece from DOXA's 130-year anniversary collection is quite outrageous. It is a 300-gram chunk of solid yellow gold. This is the DOXA Sub 200T, and it is amazing. A solid gold cushion case, a solid gold beads of rice bracelet, and a solid chunk of cash to buy it. 90,000 Australian dollars to pick this one up on solid gold bracelet, and about 30% less, $60,000 to buy the model on a rubber bracelet, limited to only 13 pieces. So, why would you have a gold dive watch? Fair question. Let's also ask Rolex that question, who had a two-tone Sea Dweller this year. I don't think it matters anymore. Most people wear these because dive watches are a fantastic style of watch for a guy. I'm excited about DOXA. I hope you are too. There's a lot more to discover, but there's a starting point, and there's a flyover of some of the hottest watches from Baselworld this year.